Hello everybody and welcome back to Saxlingham. We have our Volvo lorry and today is the final day of harvesting sugar beet. As you can see, the worker is already at 80% because he already had about 50% in it in the previous episode. So yeah, we need to get up there, we need to get it unloaded, and we need to just basically get things wrapped up. Now I do also have this one pile, that's exactly one trailer load, which I dumped there in the previous episode because I thought initially I was going to be doing sugar. But as it turned out, it wasn't really worth it. Yeah, I know we've got the field back there, which we could actually convert into a production field. A very good idea. However, we still can't afford the sugar mill anyway. So I think for this year, it's just not worth it. Selling the crop as it is, in its raw form, is the best thing to do this year. I think probably next year, I don't think that would be the best thing to do. But we'll see. Anyway. I'm going to have to stop this worker because the conveyor belt is on the wrong side. I'm going to try and keep up with it so I can always unload when it's on the correct side. Yeah, because stopping the worker and unloading when stationary is just not very efficient. So anyway, we've got this block here, I've got that block over there, and then we're done. But yeah, I need to go and buy a JCB bucket. We'll do that. Actually, we could go and do that now. Yeah. Because we can get 2 and a bit loads into the trailer, so we don't need to rush back too quickly. Although it won't take long to fill that harvester again. The beet harvester fills up very, very quickly. So let's just run over here. It's always good to use your feet, your legs. It's nice to teleport on some Let's Plays. Like, I think competitive multiplayer, definitely worth teleporting. I don't think we should remove teleporting on there, or tabbing, but on this series and probably all my future standard Let's Plays, I think we should stick with this no teleport idea. It just seems to work. Now, do we already have a bucket somewhere? Because we might have started off with a bucket. I don't think we did, but I will check. Right, we'll put that there. Get into the store, so telehandler tools. The bucket that, no, we do not have a bucket. Okay. So we'll buy it outright. And to be honest, I don't actually know how much money we're going to make today, but I suspect it's going to be exactly the same as the previous episode. So probably get, what was it, 100,000 probably? I don't know. Yeah, I'd say about £100,000, which is not bad going. Okay, let's get that beacon on. Let's go. And yeah, it's going to be... What's the capacity? I think the capacity of the trailer is 48,000 litres. So, wow, that's going to be... Oh, what was the capacity of the bucket? If it was 2,000 litres, it'd be 24 bucket loads. I think it was more than that, though. I think it's slightly more. So, we're probably looking at about 20 bucket loads. Which, yeah, that's still quite a lot. I do regret dumping it, but plans change. It's just the way it is. Load number 1 of today. So no, it turns out the JCB's bucket is actually bigger than I thought, which is great. It's about 2,600 litres. Seems you can cram a little bit more than that in, so that helps. But it's still going to be, I don't know, I haven't done the calculation, but it's still going to be a good number of bucket loads. But we've done one. I've got one bucket load in here. So, that's good for the bank account. We'll keep that looking healthy, and yeah, the payments are the same every time because time isn't really moving on too much. We are playing in real time to maintain these numbers, although they are supposed to creep up slightly in a few months' time. But yeah, we don't really have time for that because otherwise the bank account is going to be drained and we need to just get the money right now. But in a few months' time we will be selling all of our grain, so that's going to give us another good boost. Well, that's actually in quite a good position. It looks like it is going to tidy up all the bits. I don't know. Oh, I suppose it's considering that piece there to be a headland, so it's not going to bother with that at all. But that's fine. Yeah, so we'll just get that unloading into there, and we can get it to move across to the next area. I might be able to just quickly go over there and get a few more bucket loads into the trailer. Probably a good idea. No, stop ramming, you silly worker. I will take over. Okay, this is how you drive, worker. You don't just ram into what's behind you. Have you noticed how many tons we're getting per hectare? 79.6. That is dynamic, of course, but very good. Hopefully it figures it out and resumes. So yes, let's get to the yard, and we will get a few bucket loads into there. Even if it's only 5, that's still going to be a good step in the right direction. Number 3 of today. There's certainly going to be a number 4, probably a number 5. And the worker has finished their task. So they've probably finished the piece which they consider up and down, which will leave the areas that I need to do, which will be a headland, consider headland. So yeah, that's it for the worker. Still got quite a bit to pick up with JCB, so we'll have to do that. But I think that's going to be load number 5, although actually I don't know, we might get it into load 4. We'll just have to see how it goes. But I will see you back at the farm, and that bank account is definitely looking better. How did it get over here? Yeah, so it has left things in a fairly odd way. But I'll jump into it. What have we got? 36% in there, that'll take just a few seconds to unload. That's one thing that's really good about it, it's very quick at unloading. So we don't have to spend too much time waiting around, although it does take a few seconds just to get to the end, but that is much better than it used to be. because I think, was it FS17? I think it might have been, maybe even 15 as well. 15 and 17, where it just instantly started coming out. It didn't have to come up with the conveyor belt first, it just immediately came out at the end. So that's a good improvement. Okay, right, let's start up the machine. I should probably put it onto steering assist. Now the lines should vanish when I have activated them. So when I activate it should take 3 seconds and then they should be gone. Is anybody counting? Good, there we go. So, yeah, we've got this block and we've got another small area over there. Actually, we've got a bit on the ends as well. So we'll just have a good tidy up. We might even have a full load here, I'm not too sure. I think that's it. The beet harvest is finished. So it's not really going to leave much space in the trailer. The harvester is on 1.8 hours, so we do need to get that returned as quickly as possible. We do not want to incur the 2-hourly fee. But I think we'll be okay. Yeah, we've got like 12 minutes at least. Well, maximum of 12 minutes probably. But it does need to be driven back. And obviously that doesn't fit. So I think what I'll do is I will just go and unload this on the ground. It's only 2 bucket loads worth. Should be able to clear this up in no time. So yeah, that can go there. We'll get it taken back to the dealership, get it returned, and we can come back here in the John Deere Gator. Right, let's fold that up. It's done well. Actually, I'm quite amazed that we've done it in 1.8 hours. That does seem to be a fairly impressive time. I think when I started, I said it would be at least 2 hours, so yeah, close to that, but not quite. So finishing there with 1.8 hours still. I thought it would have gone to 1.9. Okay, so just return. I think that's been well worth the money. Obviously it wasn't cheap, but what we've done with it and the money we've made there was pretty significant. So certainly very profitable. So just go to show, sugarbeet is worth doing. Even if you're not turning it into sugar, it is still worth doing. Unless of course your field is like 3 meters squared, in which case, yeah, that would never be worth it. But who seriously would grow a sugarbeet field 3 meters squared and then rent a self-propelled harvester? Probably nobody. You could just dig that by hand with a fork. I'll try and get as far up here as possible. Now, yeah, there was a comment actually about getting another attachment for this John Deere Gator. We do currently have the diesel tank. I've never actually used it because we haven't needed it. But there are other attachments that you can get. So, I don't know, is it worth getting anything for it? Let me just try and find it. I suppose, if nothing else, we could just get a flatbed. So there's a skip, sprayer tank, liquid tank, fuel transfer, that's what we've got. And then, yeah, flatbed. Or a 3-point linkage, that could be handy. It comes with all the weights and everything. Yeah, I can't really decide. Comment down below, do you think we should get anything like that? Do you think we should get another attachment for the Gator? Because really, I am just using it as a commuting vehicle, just from getting from point A to point B. I don't know. Even if I had the flatbed, I don't know if I'd ever use it. Right. So yeah, we'll come back and we'll get load number 5, I think it will be. So this should get us up to the 250s, maybe 260s. Thinking 50s though. And then, well, I don't actually know how much is left in the yard, but it's probably not a full load. It isn't a full load. It's probably like 3/4 of the load. Yes, it's 257. Let's load up load number 5. %55%. So 26,500 litres. But yeah, that is it. That concludes everything. So, was it worth doing? Yeah, I think it was certainly worth doing. It's helped us get through October and probably November for the payments of the hire purchase machines. Needs to get us to December when we can sell more stuff. But yeah, finishing there at 274. We do have a loan, of course, but still not bad, unlike my driving, which was just a horrific. Oh dear. Right, so yeah, next time we are going to be trying to get through into the month when we can start to sell everything else, and then we'll get through to the spring and we can start to drill the fields again. So we'll just leave this here. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, see you again soon. Bye for now.